Parshas Vayeira, two beautiful thoughts from Ramosha Feinstein. As always, sometimes Ramosha, it's so basic, but yet so beautiful. So we know the famous story of Avram Avinu is sitting. Avram Avinu is sitting there. It's hot, and Avram Avinu is sitting there. Rashi tells us famously, Avram Avinu, Hashem sees Avram is in pain. Why is Avram in pain? Because there's no gas. So Hashem says, I'm going to bring you malach. So asks Ramosha, the obvious kasha. Avram Avinu, you're in pain. Why are you in pain? Because there's no gas. How he wants to do chesed. Asks Ramosha, Tamua, this is crazy. There's no maila in the tsar. Why? Because there's no chiyuv. Meaning, and Ramosha says it's not that it's an oinus. Sometimes, for example, you really should do something, you just can't. So it's called your putter because you're an oinus. So you're putter because you're an oinus, you could feel bad. I feel bad, I really wish I would be able to do this, I just can't. But says Ramosha, that's not the case over here. Over here, there's no chiyuv. There's no obligation to do a chesed if there's no one to do a chesed with. Ramosha says such a beautiful mashal. Imagine on a Tuesday morning, you wake up, this is his words. He says, Vadai udami l'chayr. You know this is like? La'echad sheyitztayer. He's in pain. When? B'yamei achol. Tuesday morning, you wake up in pain. Why? Al she'ena yom Shabbos. Ay, it's not Shabbos. I wish it's Shabbos. If a guy walks in Tuesday morning, all depressed, and you say, what's going on? He says, ay, I wish it was Shabbos today. We send that guy for help. We tell him, maybe you should go see someone. It's Tuesday. What are you in pain for? Then it's not Shabbos. Ask Moshe Feinstein, what is the ma'ila of Avram Avinu? Oh, we all talk about Avram Avinu, how he's standing there, and he wishes there was someone to do chesed with. Says Moshe, you're putter. There's no one to do the chesed with. Why does the Torah write that, this is the greatness of Avram Avinu? And the mashal, he says, such a penetrating mashal. Imagine, on a Tuesday, you're sitting there saying, I wish it was Shabbos. Says Ramosha, you're forced to say a very pashut pshat. You're forced to say that Avram Avinu loved chesed so much that even though there was no mitzvah, he still felt bad. He was in physical, visceral pain. Like, says Ramosha, like a person who desires to eat something. He's mitavel le'achol. He just doesn't have any food. You're in pain. What are you in pain for? You tell the guy, buddy, what are you in pain for? What are you in pain? He says, I'm hungry. He says, you're hungry? He says, yeah. He says, what good is it to be in pain? What do you mean, what good is it to be in pain? I'm in pain because I want to eat food, but you have no food. It doesn't make a difference. I have food, I don't have food. I'm in pain. Why do I have pain? Because I am hungry. Says Ramosha Feinstein, Avram Avinu, really good joke. Avram Avinu is in pain over his lack of chesed, has nothing to do with whether there's a chiyuv for chesed, has nothing to do with whether there's a mitzvah of chesed. It's a visceral, physical desire to help another yid. And when he doesn't have that, it hurts him. Just like if I need a drink and I don't have a cup of water, it hurts me. Does the pain help you? No, but it's there because you want to do it. And he brings a mashal. We know that Moshe Rabbeinu had the tzivoy to create an Ari Miklat, but Moshe Rabbeinu knew he wasn't going to be able to set aside all the cities, but he still did one. And everyone asks, Moshe, what does it help to do one? It only works when there's three. Says the Mefarshim, he had such a desire to do it, he did whatever he can. Oh, what do you mean he did whatever you can? It's pointless. Yes, it's pointless. But I want to do it, so I do what I can. Similarly, Avram Avinu, it's pointless to be in pain. But you know what Hashem said? You want it so bad, I'm going to give it to you. And really, all this teaches us is it heightens our awareness of what really a chesed should be. We think, and we view, and we look through the eyes of mitzvahs. We're Uncle Maishi men. We like to do mitzvahs when we can and when it's convenient for us. But it's nice, it's a mitzvah. And if it's not a mitzvah, we just we breathe a sigh of relief. When imagine A guy pulls up to your front driveway, 10 o'clock at night. You see him pulling up in the camera, and he's a collector. You're like, oh, okay, it's a mitzvah. I'll pony up. And he starts walking to your house, and you see he gets a call. Oh, and he goes back to his car and he drives away. You're like, look, I wanted to do the mitzvah. Machshava toiva. Hashem is mitzvah for the mitzvah. You give yourself a pat on the back, and you go to sleep. Avraham Avinu teaches us we don't do chesed because Hashem tells us to do chesed. We don't do chesed because it's a mitzvah. We're all bnei Avraham Avinu. We do chesed the same way we drink and we eat. It's a physical desire to help another person. And when we don't have that, we feel lacking. We're lacking, not because you're lacking. I want to help you, not because you need it. And I think there's something that goes a drop deeper. I think sometimes when we help people because they need the help, that person becomes our mitzvah. I put on tefillin, I do a chesed for you. I shake a lulav, I give you tzedakah. You're my object of chesed. When you view it that way, it's a very pitiful life. That he is low and needy, and I'm strong in giving, and I could give and help you. That's a ridiculous way of looking at it. Baruch Hashem, Hashem put you in the position of giver. Hashem put him in the position of taker. But that's a reason that you should sit there and look down upon him. And even if we don't look down upon him, we all know that deep down, when we help someone else, it gives us this feeling of, I'm a giver, which is beautiful. And we speak all the time about being a giver. But let's realize that's not the reason we do chesed. Just like we see by Avraham Avinu, and the famous story, we all know the story. He's sitting there wanting to give, but just Ramesha just opened their eyes. It's the most basic pshat. Avraham Avinu, why are you sad that there's no guests? There's no guests, there's no mitzvah. Like his mashal, let's just use his mashal one more time. Imagine you walked into shul on a Tuesday and you said, oh, I feel bad, it's not Shabbos. We send you to a doctor, and we send you to a psychologist, and we tell you, it's Tuesday. Why are you feeling bad? It's not Shabbos. But if you really love Shabbos, and you really love it, you feel bad that it's not Shabbos. You can't do anything about it. Who cares? I feel bad because I am lacking. We have to reorient ourselves, and that's the correct approach to chesed. That I'm not doing chesed because it's the right thing, and I'm not doing chesed because it's a mitzvah, and I'm not doing chesed because you need, and those are all true. But we have to reorient that I'm doing chesed because I want to do chesed. Because I want to be a person that gives, just like I want that I need a drink, and when I don't have it, I'm lacking. When I'm not giving, I'm lacking. I'm lacking as a person. I'm lacking as a Bnei Avraham Avinu. That what does it mean on Avraham Avinu? And Avraham Avinu is an unconditional giver, regardless of anything else. And in truth,